No, I mean, I got to see him again last night, and I haven't seen him again. I just, I hit him up, and I'm just like, man, it's so good to be with the family again, and that's what it is. It really is to go back to that. It has an independent set feel. Like there's no egos, none, and everyone is on the same page for the potential of the film, and not for the potential of themselves. And I think he sets the bar with that. He's awesome. Yeah.
He has this heartstring that he pulls in all of his movies, Andrew. And I was so curious to see how he was going to pull this string. And I just felt like from the very beginning he did it, and then he did it with multiple characters this time, which I just take my hat off to him, and it makes me want to direct movies and make movies in that way, to make people feel like that.
I wish I could sit in on Andrew's interviews.
It's fascinating.
He is interesting.
He is.
Probably the best around. One of the best.
Is that what attracted you to the movie?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, he, I mean, I'd seen his films, obviously, but the audition was totally different to anything I'd ever done, in that he saw, I think, most people in London, which must be, I don't know, 60 people perhaps from my part, and to every one of us gave at least 40 minutes complete explanation of what the film was, showed us the artwork they'd done, the animation work they'd done, complete explanation to people, almost all of whom would never have anything more to do with the film. And it was extraordinary, just the detail that he, and the generosity of of sharing it. I couldn't believe it. And then he came to see a play I was in, which was extraordinary, and we had a dinner afterwards and stuff. And so quite apart from the filmmaker, I really was blown away by the guy and how thorough and nice he was.
Actually, my very first audition, which I was like, what is going on? Andrew was like, and this is what we're going to be doing for this, and let me walk you down this wall, and this that we're going to be doing here, and this is what this is going to look like. And I was like, do I have the job? Like, what is going on? And then he left, and he was like, it's just going to be such a pleasure if we're able to work together. And then I left the room, and I was like, oh, he's not from Hollywood.
Stanton. What can you talk a little bit about his process, just him coming from animation, if you saw any differences?
I worked with him on Finding Nemo.
Right,
And
yes.
while people think, oh, you just do a voice, it's actually quite an elaborate process. You do lots of, over a long period of time, you do lots of recordings, and you rework it from every angle imaginable. So I knew him quite well, and I loved working with him on Finding Nemo. So when he was going to do this, that was the main attraction. The idea of him doing a big live-action movie was very exciting to me. And the fact that it was a passion project of his is always a good sign. And I knew he was very capable because he's great with story. He's great. He's really fun to work with as an actor because he really demands a range of possibilities because he's used to creating information for animators. So he's giving them as much as he can. So when you approach something, if you're doing a scene, yes, you try to get the scene, but then you try to get it another way, and get another way, and another way. And that's fun. That's fun. It's Pixar in general has developed a way of working that I think is quite extraordinary. And they're lucky because so far they've been able to continue it. So it was interesting to see him apply that kind of way of working and that kind of sensibility to a big movie like this, because they're usually sort of opposed to each other.
Andrew was step-by-step perfection. He had his ego, because you have to have an ego. He had it in his back pocket, and he never used it. He was different with every single actor to what we needed based on our insecurities, our talents, our personality traits, everything. He knew how to get what he needed from everybody without ever enacting, no, I'm not going to do that. That's not my character. It would never happen with him. Just never happen. So the work was a seamless, symbiotic cycle that I am completely spoiled by. Totally spoiled by. It's an issue.